And now we present the Flagstaff Arts and Leadership Academy Senior Recognition and Awards Ceremony for the class of 2020.
Good evening and welcome. I'm Eli Cohen, the Executive Director here at FALA, and it is my honor and pleasure to welcome you to our first, and God willing, only virtual Senior Awards and Recognition Ceremony. Clearly, this has been a very trying and unprecedented year, and the effects it has had and continues to have on all of us has been immeasurable, not the least of which has been the loss, or at a minimum shift, of milestones for seniors everywhere. Nonetheless, this group of young adults that we're here to honor have stepped up and led and shone time and again throughout this crisis, and frankly, throughout their entire careers here at FALA. And so tonight, we're going to celebrate all that they've done and the light and the beauty that they brought to our campus and our community. So please sit back and join me in celebrating and applauding this truly special group of students that I know and love. And now I'd like to introduce our Dean of Academy, Judd Hayes, for a few words.
Thanks, Eli. I just had a couple words and wanted to say hello and thank you all for being here. The end of a school year is always a time when we reflect, and sometimes it's even a little bit sad. But all of you did so many amazing things this year, and all of us, every single staff member is so proud of you. We literally sing your praises to anyone who will listen, and I use literally there. We literally sing because this is an art school. But this is what I want you to know. It is you that makes this place special. And this year, more than probably any other year, we need to celebrate together. I don't think that any of us knew what we were getting into back in August, but you, especially seniors, have held your heads high and you've led with your heart, and it's been very impressive to watch. You will be greatly missed here, but your impacts on FALA will last forever. And with that, I want to turn this over to your fantabulous rock star counselors, Jessica Nielsen and Janine Burchard.
Hi, FALA. I'm Janine Burchard.
And I'm Jessica Nielsen.
We are so excited and privileged to honor our exceptional seniors this year. They have brought so many skills, so many talents, and we are absolutely thrilled to present these awards and share this moment with you in celebrating their accomplishments.
Thank you all for being here with us virtually. We want to thank all the moms and dads, the grandparents, siblings, and other supporters out there. Thank you for all you've done for these wonderful students. This graduating class holds a very special place in my heart. I know we cannot replace all that you've lost during this season, but I hope that you will feel honored and loved by your FALA community. Now, let's get right to it. You will notice that sometimes the students being honored will be live, sometimes they will be on a photo or in video form. That's because we only have room for so many people on stage. And also we want to mix things up, and there might be other reasons as well. It's also very possible that we might have some technical difficulties or other logistical snags during the ceremony. Please be patient with us. These are unpredictable times. Now, to officially kick off our ceremony, we want to proudly share the cumulative amount of scholarship awards the FALA seniors were offered. Okay, get ready for this. The seniors were offered $500,000 in scholarships, and most of these awards are renewable every year. And mind you, there are only 45 students in the class of 2020. So we have seniors who have been accepted and received scholarships from all over. But NAU and U of A have shared their scholarship offers with us. Northern Arizona University recognizes students' academic success through awarding of 3 scholarships: the Dean Scholarship, the President's Scholarship, and the Lumberjack Scholarship Awards. The following students were offered the Dean Scholarship, a $5,000 scholarship worth $20,000 over 4 years. We have Kerrigan Knott and Ivan DeGator. Congratulations. Way to go, guys. And the following students were offered the President's Scholarship. an $8,000 scholarship worth $32,000 over 4 years. And receiving the President's Scholarship this year from NAU was Marty Brousseau, Lauren Clifton, Erin Gustafson, Juniper Holland, Maddie Morris. All right, congratulations. And the following students were offered the Lumberjack Scholars Award. This is a full tuition scholarship, which covers tuition for 4 years of attendance. And receiving the Lumberjack Scholarships Award is Kolia Bobbitt, Eva Tapas, Kyle Elison, Camille Hernandez, Clarice Linsky, Gabby Nielsen. True New Silver, Lauren Pacheco, and Kaylee Welker. Congratulations.
All right, next up we have U of A scholarships. So the U of A recognizes students' academic successes through the U of A Wildcat Tuition Award. This scholarship awarded to Arizona high school students is based on a variety of factors. This includes GPA, test scores, challenging coursework completed, leadership, community service. The value of the award varies from $3,000 to $15,000 per academic year, and it's renewable for 3 additional years of undergraduate study. So to present those who got the U of A Wildcat Tuition Award, Marty Brousseau, Ivan DeGator, Juniper Holland, True New Silver, Kaylee Welker, Camille Hernandez, Kolia Bobbitt, Lauren Clifton, Maddie Morse, Mayan Cohen, Carson Woodruff, and Eva Chappis. Congratulations to the U of A Scholarship Awards recipients. Okay, next we are going to recognize students on the honor roll, high honor roll, and students who are graduating with FALA honors. To graduate with honor roll, students must have a GPA between 3.5 and 3.74. So the following students are receiving teal cords for honor roll. Tia Tissa, all right, Erin Gustafson, Aspen Cosner, True New Silver, Ruby Heinonen, yay! Hi, Ruby. Sasa Gittimer.
Do it, get it. I'll go in. I'll beat you.
Lauren Ellsworth. And Kolia Bobbitt. So those are the students who received the honor roll. Good to see you all. Students on high honor roll must have a GPA of 3.75 or higher. And the following students are receiving silver cords for high honor roll. Camille Hernandez, Lauren Clifton, Lauren Pacheco, and Kyle Elison.
And Juniper Holland. All right. There's Lauren and Junie and Kyle on high honor roll. Put on your silver cords, guys.
All right. There's Lauren and Junie.
All right. And the highest level of honors at FALA is called FALA honors. Students who graduate with FALA honors must earn at least a 3.5 GPA, take a minimum of 4 AP DE classes, 2 advanced artistic classes in one discipline. They must complete at least 3 years of a world language and take 4 science classes. So the seniors who earned FALA honors are going to be shown in a video. And while the video is getting set up, I'll quickly tell you oh, here we go.
Is my passion. Jazz is my passion.
Congrats, FALA honor recipients. Those videos were so fun to watch. That is a triumph. All of those students had a 3.5 GPA or higher. Amazing. Way to go, seniors. All right, next we are going to recognize our salutatorian and valedictorian. The salutatorian recognition goes to the student with the second highest GPA at FALA. And I'm proud to announce FALA's class of 2020 salutatorian, Lauren Foster. Yay! So I have a speech written for Lauren, and because I'm reading it, I might not make super good eye contact with the camera, but I assure you, I wrote it with my heart. So I'll wait for Lauren to be here. Okay. All right, I'll just go for it. Okay, Lauren, how exciting it was to share the news with you a mere few weeks ago that you achieved the status of salutatorian. And what a privilege it is now to officially honor and celebrate you as salutatorian for the class of 2020. Salutatorian! To reach this accomplishment was no easy feat, I assure you. However, I am not surprised you did. You have displayed time and time again that you possess a positively healthy abundance of grit. I saw an inspiring TED Talk on grit from Angela Lee Duckworth years ago, and you totally fit that bill. In Angela's words, grit is passion and perseverance for very long-term goals. Grit is having stamina. Grit is living life like it's a marathon, not a sprint. Lauren, you did just that. You worked for years to make opportunities available to you for your future. You paved pathways for yourself, opened up doors that never would have been opened without your initiative and motivation. Proof of this can be made reading that single email you sent me and administration at 7:13 a.m. on July 18th of last summer. In the email, you were asking for permission to obtain your 4 science credit through an independent study course in collaboration with Mr. Kruger. Essentially, you proposed teaming up with the director of the National Student Leadership Conference's high school summer psychology program, all to build an entire new curriculum through a research study. This was all to achieve your goal of maintaining your passion for the sciences and not losing steam by the time you go to college. I mean, what rising senior does that, truly? Only one who possesses grit. How can I write a speech without mentioning your beloved art form of the dance? I remember my first FALA hearing that you were a dancer. In my mind, you always had this identity, but I never saw you dance. And the moment I did, that identity was solidified. I was floored, and I have goosebumps thinking about it, and I remember it vividly. I walked into the dance room to ask a student a question, and there you were practicing a choreographed piece with the other dancers. I couldn't believe that scientific-minded Lauren was such a strong and natural dancer. What a beautiful and holistic balance of life you live, intelligence and grace. Lauren, we are all so thrilled to see you go off to college at the U of A to study math. Writing this speech makes me thoroughly impressed by you, by all that you have achieved. You have displayed maturity beyond your years and are fun-loving to boot. Let's see, what a complete package. Having brains in arts means you're going places. It means nothing will ever be a barrier because you are creative and you have an alluring mind. You will find a way. My hope, and I could probably say this on behalf of everyone, is that you never lose that drive and passion. You continue forging ways to maintain momentum and not lose steam for what matters the most to you. You persevere. And most of all, you maintain heart in every single thing that you do. Thank you, Lauren, for charming FALA with your presence since you were 13. You have blessed us with your genuine uniqueness, and for that, we are forever grateful. Okay, I'm done.
Congratulations, Lauren. That's such an awesome achievement.
So that concludes my speech for Salutatorian. Yay, Lauren!
And next up, we are going to present the Valedictorian honor. And to present that honor, we are calling on our very own Renaissance man, FALA's English teacher, journalism teacher, student council advisor, tabletop club advisor, and media master. No matter what we have going on, he manages to put everything in its right place. Please welcome Alex Cassidy.
Hi, everyone. Thank you, Ms. Nielsen, for that. It's an honor to present your valedictorian for this year. And so I'm just gonna, in a rare effort, I wrote down what I was gonna say. So this year's FALA valedictorian is none other than Gabby Nielsen. To anyone who has had the opportunity to know or even just meet Gabby, this probably doesn't come as a surprise to you. On paper, she is nothing short of exceptional. The required number of credits to graduate from high school is 27. By graduation, Gabby will have received a grand total of 40. In addition to taking AP courses, Gabby finds herself graduating having completed the highest level of dance classes offered at FALA, as well as 5 years dedicated to film, and this year media production as part of the journalism program, and of course an unyielding dedication to theater through advanced acting. I know this may sound like a great deal to balance. However, it is also worth noting that through her years in high school, Gabby has received nothing but A's in every course she has taken. If you look further into her academic resume, you're also going to find that Gabby has lived up to the leadership title in Flagstaff Arts and Leadership Academy. Through FALA's environmental coalition, she has collaborated with her peers to not only learn about the importance of environmental justice, but has played an instrumental role in organizing events to enact change. Her academic achievements earned her a spot in the National Honor Society, where she has worked to be a positive and active role model for those around her. And, of course, Gabby has spent this year as FALA's Student Council President, organizing events and striving to improve FALA's community. On paper, these accomplishments have earned her the title of Valedictorian. However, I want to stress that Gabby is far more than her achievements on paper make her out to be. The fact of the matter remains that Gabby is just incredible off paper as on. She does what she does with compassion, dedication, and patience. She never shies from reflection and always drives herself and those around her to be their absolute best. She is just as willing to admit to her successes as her mistakes, seeing both as opportunities for learning and personal betterment. For these reasons, and so many more that I couldn't fit onto an easily accessible Word doc, we are proud to name Gabby Nielsen Valedictorian of FALA's 2020 graduating class.
Congratulations, Gabby.
Congratulations, Gabby.
Next up to present the Senior Award is Senior Civil Attorney Bill P. Ring from the Coconino County District's Attorney Office. He's going to speak on behalf of the students who received the Senior Award.
Janine, this just in, Mr. Ring is not with us at the moment. So can we call up Carol Hickson and Kim Tebe, our special ed director? Are they around to present this next award?
Good thing we have a contingency plan for this technical balloon.
I think we are waiting for...
We're just waiting for...
So Carol Hickson is our wonderful special education teacher, and Kim Katibi is our special education director. They are a dynamic duo, and they also know everybody in the whole school. They work with everybody, and they're going to take the place of Bill Ring and present the Senior Award.
Good evening. So I'm going to be presenting on behalf of Coconino County's civil attorney, Mr. William Ring. The Senior Award for Mr. Ring's office represents students that are resilient and that may have faced adversity and have continued to strive for greatness in their education and in life. It represents students that can balance both school education and out of school responsibilities and home life. And I'm going to have Carol speak on behalf of the two students that we nominated for this award.
Michael and Chauncey, it is an absolute honor to present this to you. Sorry, I got caught up a little off guard there. I admire you so much. I admire your determination. And I love your passion for what you follow. Michael, if any word were to ever describe you, it is determination. And Chauncey, I admire the fact that you always have the courage to be true to yourself, which is something we could all learn from. So congratulations. And so It was a tremendous honor to nominate you for this, and I know you're both going to be amazingly successful.
Just heads up, guys. When you present, please mute the stream or close it.
Congratulations to Chauncey and Michael. That was awesome. Thanks for popping in there to present that award. You might have heard a little bit of feedback at that point. I think some of our presenters might have had their some other channels running live there. So just a reminder, if you're going to be presenting, to please make sure that you have closed out any other tabs or at least quieted those other tabs. Awesome. Okay. Up next, we are going to call on Peggy Sheldon-Skurlock,
And
a special
for
guest
the
from the
senior award, we
Flagstaff
had,
New Day
I don't know
Peace Center and Veterans for Peace Chapter. She is going to present the New Day Peace Award. Please welcome Peggy Sheldon-Skurlock.
Good evening, everybody. So this evening, are you ready for me to begin?
Yes, we are. Well, could you please turn off some of the things that you have going? Please pull out of the Google Hangout and the live stream.
Okay. Like Ms. Nielsen warned, we're going to have technical difficulties. So should we try putting Peggy back up, or are we going to share who the recipient is and speak on their behalf?
Do we still have Peggy Sheldon available to present? Okay. Shoot, we might have lost her a little bit. She'll probably pop back in, but until she does, I want to let you know that this special award, the New Day Peace Award, is from the Flagstaff New Day Peace Center and Veterans for Peace Chapter. And it recognizes students who have demonstrated leadership in the areas of peace, equality, communication, conflict resolution, and community service. And this year's recipient is none other than Clarice Linsky, who is here with us right now. Congratulations, Clarice. Clarice has traveled the world to learn from other cultures, make connections, and provide service to others. She also brings a sense of unity and joy to everyone she is around. No matter what her own circumstances may be, Clarice is thoughtful and considers what is best for the common good. Service to others is at the forefront of what Clarice is known for. She has given herself tirelessly for the school, the local community, as well as the global community. She is a leader, inspiring others for a multitude of causes, some of which include education, poverty, hunger, community, and environmental sustainability. Clarice is an effective yet gentle communicator and manages to organize others while still being kind and calm. She is polite and friendly, even when she has a lot to take care of. Clarice is loved respected by both her peers and the adults in her life. So we want to congratulate Clarice Linsky on winning the New Day Peace Award. I'm sorry that there were technical difficulties. I know Peggy Sheldon really had to switch around a lot to be here with us. So I'm sorry she wasn't here to present that award, but we thank her and we thank the community for presenting that award. Congratulations.
Congratulations, Clarice. Our next presenter is the amazing, kind, and thoughtful Special Education Director, Kim Katibi, to present awards for the Indigenous Youth Club.
Thank you. It is my honor this year to recognize the senior members of the Indigenous Youth Club, Megan Guen, Kylie Gani, Fonzie Nkwestewa, Hiram Raynor, and Cece Thomas Christofferson. The FALA Indigenous Youth Club has been an amazing group of students to get to be the advisor for. They are beautiful inside and out. This started last spring as a dream between students and teachers, myself, Mr. Caloris, and Fonzie, and they have accomplished so much in this year. They have presented FALA with a beautiful mural. They've hosted Indigenous musicians and artists. They've connected with NAU's Cultural Center. They have helped and even offered to help teach history classes. So I have some amazing seniors that are moving on, but I want them to know that their legacy will continue. And I couldn't think of a better way to honor their accomplishments than with a surprise. And so I am going to present a small video and song that Ed Caboti has prepared for the seniors in this club and all of the seniors at FALA.
Just one moment, please.
Greetings, FALA, family and friends, students and staff. I want to offer my heartfelt congratulations to the graduating class of 2020 and also give a personal shout out to FALA's Indigenous Club's graduating seniors. Thank you guys so much for hosting me at the school this year, and congratulations for everything that you've accomplished during your time at the school. I want to dedicate a song to the class of 2020 and also acknowledge that you guys are living in a very unique and unprecedented time in this world. I also want to say that I believe you guys are carrying the torch for not only your respective communities and families, but also for the entire world. So this is a song for you guys. This is a tune called Love and Respect. Love and respect is in the house tonight, and everybody's feeling alright. And we gather here today to say a very happy graduation day to Friends and loved ones gathered here, celebrate the past years, giving thanks that the path you take has brought you near. We hold you dear with a love and respect, love and respect, yeah, love and respect, love and respect. Yeah, you got your friends and mamas and sisters and brothers. Oh, how sweet it is to see my brothers and my sisters dwelling together in a unity, precious unity. Love and respect, love and respect, yeah. Love and respect, love and respect, yeah, yeah. So may the Lord make his face to shine on you, and may grace be bestowed for all you do. May Jah love bless you and keep you. May light shine upon you and give you peace. Yeah, with the love and respect. So pick it up just a little bit up. We got to give these people what they want. I said, pick it up just a little bit up. We got to give those people what they want. Pick it up just a little bit up. We got to give the class of 2020 what they want. Pick it up just a little bit up. Yeah. 'Cause there's a party going on right here. It's a celebration to last throughout the coming years. So bring your good times, yeah, and your laughter because we gon' celebrate this funky party. It's you with my eyes, loving the skin, loving the skin, yeah. Loving the skin, loving the skin. Because the love and respect is in the house tonight, and everybody's feeling alright. Together here to say a very happy graduation day to you. With much of love and respect, a lot of love and respect, a whole lot of love. Congratulations, class of 2020. Keep growing, keep reaching. Most of all, keep howling. Oh! Love and respect.
Thank you so much to Ed Cody for that special message. Only FALA. That's all I can say. That was awesome. Thank you, and thank you to the seniors of the Indigenous Youth Club. We love you. Now, our very next presenter is a special guest indeed. She is a former FALA executive director and one of the establishers of the Don Daggett Memorial Scholarship. Please welcome Becky Daggett.
Hello. So I am so delighted to be able to present this scholarship to a very special student who I've known since I cast him as Peter Bailey in It's a Wonderful Life in 2013 when he was in 6th grade. You are so deserving of this and every other honor, Carson. I'm so delighted to be here tonight to present it. I think you're muted.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Congratulations, and I know that you're going to do big and wonderful things.
Thank you so much.
That's awesome. I'm so glad Becky was here to present that to you, Carson. Now, inside your envelope that you got for awards, Carson, you have a special envelope inside your envelope that says no peeking. You can open that little envelope and you will see a check for $500. And that is for the John Daggett Memorial Scholarship that Becky and some of her family and friends created in honor of her father, Don Daggett, who just was an amazing man, and they created that scholarship in his honor. So congratulations to Carson for his strong and solid work ethic, his sense of adventure, and his dedication and his passion to FALA. And Carson has also one of the very highest GPAs in his senior class. So he definitely deserves that honor, and it was great to have Becky here to present it. Congratulations.
Congratulations, Carson. So next up, we have the lovely, spontaneous, and fun-loving music and African drum and dance teacher, Betsy Hamill, presenting the Mentor Award.
Hey there, can you guys hear me okay? I have a little bit of latency issues, but I wanted to present this award to Olivia Bailey. Olivia, you are the true definition of a mentor. From the moment you stepped into the music room, you've helped to mentor everyone. Whether it was through playing the saxophone in 11th grade and trying to get 6th graders to actually play those instruments, you were always game. Your sweet, kind, and caring soul has been felt by many, both at home or at school. Wherever you go, you have a shadow, this miniature shadow. It's always following you like you're the sun in some beautiful solar system. And we're going to really miss you, but the world is waiting for you. Congratulations on the award.
To Olivia Bailey on your special mentor.
John, are you on the internet? Thank you, Betsy. All right, I am now going to call up FALA's very Dustin Coloris is going to present the FALA Leadership Awards.
Hello. Every year at FALA, we recognize students who have been leaders at FALA and, more importantly, leaders in their community. In my opinion, too often we recognize students who impose their view on others. Today, we are going to be recognizing a group of students who work together and continue to work collaboratively together for a better future, recognizing that a better future relies on collaboration and compromise. Today, I would like to recognize FALA's Environmental Coalition, or FEC. For the past 6 years, FEC has been growing, organizing, and collaborating for a better future. They have attended conferences, spoke at city council, demanded action, spoke with their politicians, and maintained Wild Springs, and even gone on strike. This year they demonstrated the power of their collective voices when they organized a strike in Flagstaff, coordinated nationally with their colleagues nationwide. 1,000 students in Flagstaff went to City Hall and demanded action, with millions of supporters worldwide. It takes a lot of courage to convince your administration to support you, and that is impressive. They've been growing, organizing, collaborating for a better future. This year, they demonstrated the power. Today, I would like to recognize some of the leaders of the most effective environmental groups in Flagstaff. I would like to recognize Maya Cohen, Gemma Giovanni, Juniper Holland, Gabby Nielsen, and Lauren Pacheco. I want you to know that your power is collective and is not alone, and together the future is yours. I'm so proud and look forward to the beautiful future that y'all will create. Thank you.
Congratulations to the recipients of the FALA Leadership Award, Mayan, Gemma, Junie, Gabby, and Lauren. You are certainly a force. Now, up next, we like to call him the uncle of the senior class of 2020, but he's also FALA's executive director. Please welcome back Eli Cohen, who will present the Service Learning Awards.
Thank you very much, Jessica. I do, in fact, feel uncle-ish to this group very much. I mean, for many, many reasons. But so my pleasure and honor, again, is to now present the Service Learning Awards. So FALA is known for its habits of heart and mind and hand, which we have now added this past year. And one of the habits is known as common good. And one of the ways our students embrace this is by their service to the school, the community, and the world. This senior class has definitely shown their commitment to service. Collectively, they have contributed approximately 7,000 service hours. The two seniors who performed the most amount of service hours are the recipients of this year's Service Award. FALA requires that students perform 30 hours of service per year, but both of our Service Award winners logged almost 3 times that amount. So we have 2 winners and recipients. The first one is Juniper Holland. Junie, has been a student at FALA for a number of years and has participated in a myriad of service projects. I have a list here that was given to me by the counselors, but I also know just from having worked with Juniper in a number of these areas over the years, how many things she's worked on. The list includes working as a teacher's assistant, working with the Grand Canyon Trust on their spring restoration projects more than once, working and performing at a number of FALA events and working at other community events to represent FALA. She's created and sold art for One New Education, which helps fund education for young women in developing countries. She has served both as a juror and a lawyer at Flagstaff Teen Court. She's been on our border trip and performed service projects in a number of countries. She's been worked on service projects in the southern United States and also in Mexico. And as just mentioned by Mr. Kalouris, she has served as the president this past year of the FALA Environmental Coalition, which, as was noted, has spoken at City Council, has lobbied the Arizona legislature, has been instrumental in spearheading the strike. So there are many, many, many things that Junie has worked on here and in the community, and I'm very proud that she is the first recipient of the Service Learning Award. Our second recipient, also not a big surprise to anyone given some of the awards that she's already received, is Clarice Linsky. Similarly to Juniper, Clarice has worked on the Grand Canyon Trust projects. She has done art and performed a number of FALA events. She has worked and sold art for the One New Education project. Pardon me, I'm just going to skip down because there's a lot of these, so I have to make sure that I hit everything. She is currently our president of the National Honor Society, and she has organized many service opportunities for FALA, such as empty bowls, a number of street cleanups, support for the Flagstaff Family Food Center, and working at the Cornucopia Festival that has benefited FALA through a number of service projects. Similarly, she was a zombie at Run for Your Life and has been on the border trip, which I mentioned with Juniper. She's actually gone twice. She went both in her junior and senior year. And I was fortunate enough to actually be on both of those trips with Clarice. And you could see the amount of leadership that she exhibited on those trips. It was actually quite beautiful. She has planted trees in Costa Rica and has also worked with children at Killup Elementary as a mentor of students there. So as you can see, both of these young ladies are very deserving recipients of the Service Learning Award, and I am proud to be able to present it to them. So congratulations to both of you. Thanks.
Congratulations.
All right. Thank you, Eli. So next up is FALA's Special Education Director, who's going to share another award. Come on down. It's the Pre-Vocational Community Award.
Thank you. So this year, FALA had a new class where students conducted career exploration activities. They networked with community resources. They designed and carried out a community service project, and they learned and practiced skills in a variety of vocations. And the students in this class who are seniors not only embraced these new tasks that the class offered them, but they went above and beyond and even continued to do so as we transitioned online. I watched them grow and learn and reach outside their comfort zones to explore, what the transition looks like when you leave high school and continue on with post-secondary education or a career. To speak on behalf of the two seniors who completed this class this year, I'd like to invite Carol Hickson. And the two students that we are awarding this honor to are Chauncey Billingsley and Celestia or Tia Tisa.
Hi, Chauncey and Tia. Hey, seniors. It's been my honor to get to know you for the past 4 years, and I'll probably get all emotional about this. I warned some of you that if this was in person, you're going to give me buckets of tissues. But you're some of the most beautiful, amazing people I've ever gotten to know. And, I've been around a long time. So if I say that, you're truly special people. And two of my very favorite seniors are Chauncey and Tia. Tia, if we could harness your work ethic, I think we'd have rocket fuel. I mean, you give your 100% to everything you do, and I get emails from you, and all your other teachers do as well, all day long and sometimes into the night, and you're just 100% dedicated. And with that type of dedication, I know you're going to do beautifully. Chauncey, if everyone had the same amount of courage you have to follow your own drummer, I think the whole world would be a better place, because I think the world is separated too much into tribes. And if everybody was just doing their own thing the way you do, with the same sort of passion and skill and dedication, it'd be a better place. And so I love both of you so much, and I'm going to miss you. And congratulations. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Kim and Carol, on presenting the recipients, Chauncey and Tia. It is an honor to introduce our next presenter, who's been a part of FALA for over 20 years. The prestige, fabulous, brilliant art teacher, Miss Hennis. Please come on stage.
Okay, yeah. Good evening. Yes, I have been here quite a long time and have been giving the Merrill Russell Ferrell Coltoon Award nearly 20 years. There were just a few years that I wasn't here. And Mary Russell Ferrell Coltoon is one of the co-founders of the Museum of Northern Arizona. She was an independent spirit. Her creative drive and tenacious temperament led her to become an artist, educator, ethnographer, curator, and writer. This recipient tonight is a force of creativity in that nature, who embodies artistic curiosity. Your work ethic, investment, and abundant creativity make you an outstanding artist and human being. I am so blessed to have had you these past 2 years. You've taught me and your classmates so much through your artworks and your process with your unyielding desire to create with a passion. You explore, take risks, experiment, challenge yourself over and over to make works that evoke the viewer, as you took first place at the Youth Art Show at Center for the Arts this past March. You dominated the art of spray paint in Brooklyn. It was such a joy to see you embrace New York as a giving art space to feed your soul. And you have continuously donated your art over the years for the common good. Congratulations, Kylie Ghani. I wish I could hug you.
Thank you
so much. Congratulations, Kylie. Such a deserving artist. That was wonderful. And next up to present a special Global Leadership Travelers recognition are our very own global educators, experiential learning leader, Janice Hennis, and FALA's treasured French teacher, Nadej Mehta. So.
Okay. Thank you. Global education helps develop self-awareness of one's own identity, culture, beliefs, and how those connect with the wider world. Social awareness, including empathy, perspective taking, appreciating diversity, and respecting others, and relationship building skills with diverse individuals and groups through effective communication and collaboration. On FALA's experiential learning trips outside of the US, our students immerse in the culture, language, landscape, cuisine. They deepen their awareness of power and privilege, are empowered to lead debriefs to connect to the learning service, provide humanitarian aid, engage in the intercultural relationships as we live with host families, and see the world with humbled in an expanded worldview. Become aware of their consumption, challenge their comfort zones, bear witness to injustice, critically reflect on the experience, and change the dominant paradigm with their art. These students have gone to France, Costa Rica, Guatemala, Mexico, and more. As Sessa studied abroad in Ireland, did Spanish immersion with Costa Rica, and made a mosaic mural in Mexico. Mayan has several passports with family in Israel and Brazil, and she has developed a deep passion for global education on cultural exchange trips to Guatemala and human rights advocacy on the border and Mexico trips, and will study it more at the U of A this fall. Aspen hosts international students and in turn has traveled extensively, including India to visit her host sister Akshara, and will study world relations in the UK. Gemma studies French and has traveled to France, Peru, Guatemala, and Mexico, which have truly deepened her worldview with a love of leadership, cultivation, and collaboration. Ivan has been on 2 Central America FALA trips, as well as Mexico, where he develops his soccer skills and deep connections to families as he is an elder brother. Clarice immersed in language and adventure in Costa Rica as she shared that FALA experience with Senora Schwartz, her mom, and brother James. She was deeply impacted by our border Mexico trip, as she did it twice as well, as did Rika, who thrives on experiential learning trips. Ms. Netta would like to speak a little bit more about that. Congratulations.
Well, I'm sure if Miss Netta were here, she would talk about what a joy it has been to have Rika, not only in her French class, but also on their many trips to France. I know that Rika is an awesome traveler, and she just did her best to speak French and cook and meet family. And I know Nadesh would have all kinds of wonderful things to say about Rika.
Yay, Rika.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
All right, our next recognition is for Student Council. Once again, please welcome to the stage our Student Council Advisor and sole prom chaperone and guy who's furiously trying to make things happen backstage. I feel really sorry for him, but I'm sure he's holding it together great. Please welcome Mr. Alex Cassidy. He's not here. Okay, no problem. I am very happy to present the
Great.
Council
So yeah,
Award.
backstage is really warm.
Oh.
It's the warmest this condo has ever gotten. Welcome everyone. So I'm here to present to our seniors who are on student council. And so to kind of begin, I would like to first address the senior representative for student council. This is a student who is absolutely. Let's Dina, do you mind if we put Nadezhin real quick to speak for Rika? I'll yield some of my time.
I'm sorry, could you ask the question again?
I'm sorry. So Miss Netta is here to speak for Rika. Is it okay if she this chairs?
Absolutely. Yes.
Please, thank you.
Hi, thank you. I was waiting backstage. I don't know what happened. So I just wanted to say a few words for Rika. It was a great pleasure to travel to France with Rika twice in 2017 and again in 2019. I'm so proud, Rika, of the progress you've made in French through those trips, using idiomatic expressions when we were playing pétanque, speaking with the locals, and always being curious about the culture. You have a lot of great qualities that are necessary to be a global leader. You deeply care about others. You want to get to know them, and you're always here to help if needed. During your second trip, you were a lot more confident, and you acted as a mentor for younger students to help them with French. But more importantly, you were a reliable friend, a member of the community that we could always count on to help cook French food, clean up, do the laundry, or cheer up the group with good jokes. You are kind and sensitive to others, even when they have a different perspective than you do. These are important qualities that make you a global leader. So Rika, keep traveling and spreading kindness in the world. Thanks.
Hi, welcome. So thank you, Ms. Netta. So I'm sorry. So back to student council. So this first student is Kyle Elison. He is the 12th grade representative. And so Kyle, it's been just simply amazing seeing you be your quirky but like genuine and hardworking self through student council. And you've just been a really rock solid presence that I've always come to appreciate, and your wicked sense of humor and your ability to really pull out all the stops to help people has been an awesome asset. So Thank you for being on student council, and I hope you enjoy those lime green chords. The next student I want to speak to is Madison Morris, or Maddie. Maddie, you're our event coordinator. It's a great background. But Maddie has done such an amazing job with bringing organization to student council when it comes to coordinating events and communicating with venues. And so, I know that can be stressful, having to make multiple phone calls and trying to coordinate all these moving pieces. But Maddie, you handle it exceptionally well, and I couldn't be prouder to have you in student council in that position this year. So thanks, Maddie. And last but not least, I've said enough about her, but Gabby Nielsen, student council president. I guess the oil that keeps the machine running. Now, Gabby has this amazing ability to lead, as it was touched on earlier, but just the ability to persevere and like stick to something, even if you're not certain of the idea. It's always this attitude, enthusiasm of like, well, let's try it. What's the worst that could happen, right? And through that, we learn kind of how to better ourselves and how to better the community. And so it's just absolutely wonderful having you as president. So thank you so much. Thanks, student council.
Thank you, Mr. Cassidy, for presenting the Student Council Awards. If you don't know the next presenter, you are in for a treat. Next up is FALA's enthusiastic and one-of-a-kind FALA science, engineering, and robotics teacher. Oh, just got news that Kruger is not here today. So the next award is for the caveat completion. And so he may be popping up. So the students there are 2 programs that we'll be honoring for students who received caveat recognition, and that's for computer information sciences and engineering sciences. And I see that Mr. Kruger, AKA Cognac the Barbarian, is here.
Hello, everybody. Hello, welcome, Bud and Caveat right now. You wonder where some of these students go 4th period. They get in a white van with me and they drive off and they're gone 4th period. Well, they come over to 4th Street to Caveat and we build robots and we do crazy things. And so some of the great times we've had, Isaiah Beltran has been part of my crew. Marty Berceau has been part of my crew. Ivan DeGator, Michael Gale, and Henry Jordan. And Kyle has been this sort of off in the wing doing like other caveat stuff. We see him around. So these are my guys. These are folks that we hang out with. We build great stuff. I got all these wonderful toys here. Look, Ivan, it's your track, and Henry, your track. And look, Marty, it's your hand. Oh, and look, Wally, yay! He's got Wally. Michael's got Wally back there. Good times. Thank you for all that you have done, and looking forward to seeing what you will do in the future.
Congratulations to Kyle Elison on completing Caveat Computer Information Systems, and Isaiah, Marty, Ivan, Michael, and Henry for completing Caveat Engineering Sciences.
Yes. And thank you, Mr. Kruger, for that wonderful recognition. For the short time our next presenter has been at FALA, she's had a big impact. I'd like to bring up the remarkable and marvelous Rena Hamilton. Hi, Rena.
Hi. I guess I'm on. Thank you for the introduction. So this year, I had the honor of taking the role of faculty advisor of the National Art Honor Society after my esteemed colleague and visual arts educator extraordinaire, Miss Janice Hennis, handed over the reins after nearly 20 years in the role while she tackles a doctoral program. The National Art Education Association began in 1978 for the purpose of inspiring and recognizing those students who have shown an outstanding ability and dedication in the visual arts. NAHS supports student members in their efforts to attain the highest standards in art scholarship, character, and service while bringing attention to the benefits of a strong visual arts program to the school and community. At FALA, we refer to this group as Warriors for the Visual Arts. All of our NAHS members are required to have a minimum 3.0 overall GPA, and of course, these guys have above and beyond, a track record of investment in the visual arts, and nothing less than an A grade in every visual arts course taken upon application to the National Art Honor Society when they are juniors and seniors. Our NAHS members host the annual Winter Festival and Art Market at FALA. They help to install art exhibitions at FALA and in the larger community. They are crucial in assisting with making art for and putting on this year's Global Market for Girls Education, formerly Chairs for Change, in partnership with local nonprofit One New Education. One New Education has a mission of financially assisting girls in developing nations to attend school. This year, One New Education, with contributions from our FALA artists and NAHS members, earned over $4,500 towards this goal at the Global Art Market event. Sadly, our spring plate event was canceled due to our stay-at-home mandate, but up until spring break, our NAHS Visual Arts Warriors were feverishly working in multiple 2-hour evening sessions, creating lovingly handmade plates, which we'll get to put to use still at next year's plate event. Art making is an extension of ourselves, and please take joy in knowing that a piece of you all will go on in future FALA history and in the creation of impactful visual arts experiences for others. So our presenters have been given a time limit, but I do want to give a quick note for each of our 6 graduating NAHS members. Mayan Cohen, the life and essential DJ of our evening plate making sessions. Indigo Corvidae, our NAHS treasurer. Of our 6 graduating NAHS members, Indigo is actually the only member I've had the pleasure of having in my art classes, and I feel so fortunate. She's committed, conscientious, meticulous. All of these traits are incredibly valuable for keeping track of our finances. Aspen Cosner, our vice president extraordinaire. Aspen is incredibly hardworking, keeping us all accountable and making sure we're pitching in for the common good. Gemma Giovanni, our NAHS historian and incredible maker of clay coils for the feet of our handmade plates. I hope you go on to take a ceramics class in college. Sussa Gittimer, our president, positive, empathetic, thoughtful. We couldn't have asked for a better leader. Cassidy Jarchow, TA, extraordinaire, eternal can-do attitude, just say yes, a true beam of joy. Your daily smile will be sincerely missed. I'm delighted to bestow each of you the National Art Honor Society Rainbow Cord. If you have it, you may put it on. I hope it inspires you to continue to bring spontaneous, artful acts of joy into the world. And pretty please send me updates through our group text as your future adventures unfold.
Congratulations to you all. And Rena brings up a really good point. So the envelopes that many of you received when you picked up your caps and gown, they have the special cords that you are getting tonight. And we have some special medals in there as well. So seniors, just as a reminder, you're definitely going to want to wear those cords and medals that you've worked so hard to earn. You're going to want to put those over your gown for graduation. And if you have them tonight, you should have your envelope there. Put too, so we can see them forward. All righty, thank you. That was wonderful. And our next presenter is the advisor for FALA's National Honor Society for Dance Arts. And she's one of FALA's beloved dance teachers. Please welcome the very fabulous Corey Wall.
Thank you for that introduction, Jessica. Establishing an NHSDA chapter in our school is one of the very important ways we can help advance the field of dance education. Celebrating artistic merit, leadership, and artistic achievements of exceptional dance students helps to create honor and prestige within our field and improve our image to those outside the field, and offers benefits for students, institutions, and the field at large. This year, our senior dancers decided to put their efforts in fundraising towards raising money to provide a new dance floor for FALA. Although our efforts were cut a little short this year, I am so happy to say that we raised nearly $1,000 toward our goal, and our kids worked so diligently putting together movie fundraiser nights, selling dance wear clothing from FALA, and really providing an opportunity for students outside of our dance program to come in and use our space and enjoy movies and other kinds of entertainment. So tonight I would like to honor Aspen Koster, who is creative and inquisitive and really benefited us in the areas of event coordination and reaching out to the other students at FALA. I would like to recognize Lauren Ellsworth, who is always working diligently to lead by example in our technique classes, as well as getting people involved with NHSDA at FALA. Lauren Foster, for her ambitious nature, her organization, and her outreach. Foster, you were always able to get the group on the same page and help us keep track of where we were going and where we needed to be. Gemma Giavalli, our humble and caring addition to NHSDA this year. It was so nice to have you join the group and be part of our fundraising efforts and our community this year. Aaron Gustafson, your insightfulness and intelligence, your intellect is always a welcome presence in our meetings, and reaching out again to our community is such a big way to, excuse me. Sorry. Reaching out is such a big way to offer yourselves as to be invested in FALA. So thank you for that. And Cassidy Jarchow, with your loving and generous spirit, always building up those around you and helping our group stay positive and focused in our efforts. I want to thank you all for being part of this group this year, and know that you have made such a big impact on my time at FALA, and I hope that you know that your impact on FALA will be everlasting.
That was awesome. Thank you, Corey.
The last person I'll be calling up for an Honor Society recognition is the definition of strength and resilience. I am humbled to call upon FALA's National Honor Society's advisor's very own Allison Gruber. This is for National Honor Society.
This just in, Ms. Gruber might not be with us just yet. Students in National Honor Society are receiving navy blue and gold cords. So students, you will be putting on your navy blue and gold cords. And this is for National Honor Society, the traditional honor society. FALA is really special in that we have Dance Honor Society. We have an Art Honor Society, which is so cool. This one is the traditional National Honor Society. Ms. Burchard, do you want to present the students?
Sure. I'll present until Allison comes on. Our first recipient is Cole Bobbitt. And then we have Eva Chappis, Christopher Clark, oh, Allison.
Hi.
Hi. So we have Cole and Eva up. Do you want to announce the rest of the NHS recipients?
Yes.
Okay.
So I've been so lucky to work this year with a group of such motivated, passionate individuals. And given the shape this year took, I was not always available to advise, but these young people rose gracefully, I might add, to meet the challenge. The following National Art Honor Society recipients are no doubt among the most exceptional students FALA has to offer. Their leadership, commitment, tenacity, and creativity is second to none. Kolya Bobbitt, Evangeline Chappis, Christopher Clark, Jonathan Clark, Lauren Clifton, Mayan Cohen, Indigo Corbiday, Kyle Ellison, Juniper Holland,
Indigo,
Slinsky, Madison Booker, and Carson Woodruff. Thank you all for all that you do.
Thank you, Allison.
Thank you so much. Thank you. I'm afraid some of our students might have gotten, there might have been a little glitch there, might have cut out a little bit. So just to repeat, all the students that are receiving the National Honor Society cords, it's Kolya Bobbitt, Evangelina Chappis, Christopher Clark, Jonathan Clark, Lauren Clifton, Mayan Cohen, Indigo Corviday, Kyle Ellison, Juniper, Clarice Lindsay, Addison Morse, Gabby Nielsen, Kaylee Volker, and Carson Woodruff. What a bunch. Congrats.
Next, we are going to be presenting Department Outstanding Senior Awards and Senior Recognitions for various departments at FALA. And so there's no time for stalling. Next up are FALA Social Studies teachers, Alana Miller and Dustin Coloris.
Hello. So first up, we have Gabby Nielsen. So every year we recognize a student for the qualities we seek in the social studies students. Of course, we seek hardworking, critical thinkers, but this is secondary. Of course, Gabby works hard and is fiercely intelligent. We all know that. But the real brilliance of Gabby is how she applies what she learns in the classroom to the real world. Gabby not only learns about injustice, but she seeks to fix it. She's a real leader in the environmental movement, not only just learning about government in class, but traveling to the Capitol to speak to leaders. Not only learning about the environment, but seeking to change the systems that affect the environment. She focuses on positions and advocating for change. Gabby is a natural leader. She's a fierce advocate. And society and the environmental movement is lucky to have her. And that is what we really seek from a social studies student. Thank you. Second up, we have Eva Chappis. So Eva is one of the few students who hangs on every word on a lecture on the 1600s colonial America. And then after class, she asks for extra readings. She is consistently asking for recommendations of books to read further and further understand the subject. I had the pleasure of having her as a TA in my AP government class, but she wasn't really a TA. She was really more of a second teacher. It's not often that you have a student who you can count on, who I could be out of the classroom and I could simply tell my substitute teacher, don't worry, my TA has it. She's a brilliant thinker, a brilliant colleague, and I hope she continues her journey as a social studies student. And I hope she knows that she's a natural teacher. And I hope one day maybe another classroom full of classrooms can have a teacher as solid as her. Thank you.
Awesome. Congratulations to Gabby and Eva. Eva, I can totally see you being an international studies professor, so go get it. Okay, so next up, we are going to present the Science Award. And the evidence is clear. Our next presenters are amazing science teachers. Please welcome to the stage Audrey Baird and Rich Kruger to present the Science Awards.
Yes, clear evidence, clear evidence.
All right, so this first student has unbelievable tenacity and determination to truly understand the big picture. From working to understand how and why electron configuration determines how atoms bond in the ways that they do, to designing their own research project aimed at exploring the connection between students' motivation in their education and class structure. Though no longer my student at this time, they continue to ask the what if questions in their drive to go farther. And even though like 90% of my questions this year have been related to wearing shoes, I will never grow tired of hearing, Ms. Baird, I have a science question. Go for it, Mr. Kruger.
Yeah, I've had the pleasure of knowing Lauren since 7th grade, I think, and then 8th grade liberal studies, and had also opportunity to teach the rest of her family. So I say that Nate was great, but Lauren, you're awesome. It's so fun to have you around, and I feel gypped by this whole COVID thing because I was really looking forward to seeing the research that you were doing on how students learn in that. And I really hope that you continue to pursue research. I know you're going in for math and that is the language of research. So Lauren, we really encourage you and look forward to all that you are going to become in the future.
This next student has phenomenal curiosity, a uniquely excellent sense of humor, and the most incredible ability to persevere I have seen in my time at FALA almost every day. Our morning routine consists of conversations about how and why the world works, about just like life in general in such a meaningful way, or can I drink this, about random liquids they find in the science room and why they probably shouldn't do that. I have been continually impressed by this student and the immense growth they have shown over these past few years.
Again, I've had the wonderful opportunity to know Michael since he was a geeky little 7th grader, and now he's a geeky senior. No, Michael can fix anything, and he has fixed most everything. If you have a computer at FALA, guess who's fixed it? Not me. That guy. That guy. If you have something that's broke, that guy's going to fix it. He is the go-to guy, and his ability to think through stuff scientifically, to make decisions based on evidence, trains him as not only a great scientist, but he's a great engineer. And just follows all around guy to go to when you need something done or fixed. So we're going to miss Michael as a FALA community. And I think he's going to be sticking around town, so we might be tapping into him from time to time for needed things. Also, stop by the mall and check it out. He'll flip you a pizza. I hear he's got a great job as a pizza guy at the mall. So I'm looking forward to going there and seeing his mad pizza skills.
Congratulations, Science Award winners.
Our next award is for the math department. You can always count on our next presenters because they're in their prime. Next up, we have FALA's dependable math teachers, Kayla Richards and Kelsey Neihart.
Janine, your math puns are amazing. So each year, the math department selects 2 or 3 students who we believe deserve recognition for their hard work in mathematics throughout high school. We look for students who show excitement for mathematics, mastery of skills, a deep understanding of the content, a push to continue the content beyond what is required of them, and an incredible growth over the years. Our first recipient is Isaiah Speltron. I have chosen to honor you for your hard work, growth, and above all, your excitement that you bring into the classroom. You stand out in my memory as someone who has never been afraid to tackle a new concept. Sorry, I'm trying to read this off my phone. New concept, and who brought so much fun and excitement into every day. Your growth from middle school to pre-calculus is something you should be very proud of. You worked hard and mastered skills that many people never do in a content area that isn't particularly easy for you. It is a very big achievement. Congratulations.
Yay, Isaiah.
Yay.
Congratulations. So, hey, friends and family, I'm Kelsey Neihart. I'm part of the FALA math team. So I want to recognize a student who has not only shown a great deal of personal growth, but whose interest in math this year just completely exploded. I've had the great pleasure of working with this student for the past 2 years. I've watched him overcome some significant struggles, and he's risen to become one of the most engaged students in his class. This year in quantitative reasoning, he went above and beyond for all of his projects and just found all of these ways to apply everything he was learning to his own life. And you know what? He would sometimes bring me some of his projects that he was working on at Caveat, and he would ask questions on them, and sometimes I couldn't. It was beyond me. So he was working on some pretty amazing stuff. So Michael, I'm so proud of you. You've just come so far, and I'm really excited to see where you go. I know you're going to do great things. So well done.
And Maddie Morris, I've chosen to honor you for your hard work, skill achievement, continuation of content, and your eagerness to connect mathematics outside of the classroom to the world around you. You've shown a dedication to your studies during your classes, at tutoring, and at home. Taking calculus at all, let alone in high school, is no small feat. It takes hours of hard work that are often unseen. I'm so proud of you. One example of bringing math to your life particularly stands out to me was when in your sophomore year, I believe, or maybe freshman, I'm not sure, you brought me several questions about how to design a skateboard ramp and use geometry to do that. And those were quite tricky problems, and I don't know that we quite figured it out, but I hope it helped. And for that and all of your wonderfulness, I am presenting this award to you. Congrats.
Congratulations to those outstanding seniors who are just killing it in math. And next up, and I promise you folks, we are getting very close to the end, and we've saved some doozies for last. So hang with us. You're doing great. Thanks for sticking with us, audience. It's not that much longer to go. We just have so many amazing seniors. I'm sorry, we can't help it. But anyway, up next, here to present the English Awards, once again, please welcome author, intellect, role model, and English teacher, Allison Gruber. Who's not here, apparently. This just in. Allison Gruber, not here. She's probably writing in one of her amazing articles or taking care of her awesome dogs, cats. I don't know. But anyway, we can present the English awards, or we can, what do you think?
Maybe move on to the names, and if she wants to pop in later.
Well, we can just say the names. We'll say the names of the outstanding seniors who are receiving the English award, and if Ms. Gruber comes back later, she can go ahead and talk about them. So please bring up on the screen the outstanding English award winners. We have Avi Fitch. Okay, Avi wearing his medal. I appreciate that. Thank you. We have Lauren Foster. Hey, hi again. We have Clarice Linsky. And we have Gabby Nielsen. Hey. So we want to congratulate you very much on getting the English award from Allison Gruber. I know that that must be a really special honor for all of you who have been in her AP English class, and I know that you have written some amazing essays. I've read some of your essays. I know Ms. Gruber would talk about how she would have something very eloquent to say about what fine young people you are and your character, and how you are able to read something. Oh, she's here. Yay, pop her on.
Wait. Some things I want to say. Let me pull up my things I want to say. So I'm sorry, but each year I try to choose students for whom literature. I try to choose students for whom literature and writing transcends the classroom, and these students have demonstrated an incredible investment in exploring the written word and connecting what they've read and written to the world at large. Each of these years, students have shown not only a depth of knowledge, but a true investment in interrogating and celebrating the power of the English language and of literature itself. And though the choice is always a difficult one because FALA has so many outstanding students, you all have shown a profound connection to the study of the written word, and I have to do this. Students like Lauren Foster posed this thought in one of her essays. Many students are familiar with education as memorization of tactic alone, but what if education was analyzed from the other end of the spectrum? What if essay writing was exclusively creative, if it was an art form rather than a task? And then there are students like Avi Fitch, who writes in his own time and comes up with gorgeous meditations like this. Have you lost trust, your way, in your concrete bravery, with the stroke of a brush wiping away your strawberry-stained infinite mouth? You will stay because we have so much more to say. Or Clarice Linsky, whose writing is truly transcendent. For example, the noise melts into memories scented with the spring tulips in our front yard and aspen leaves, sour on my tongue. I feel my loss hugging gray stones, hopping toward the sound of a stream, mossy air and sweet bamboo plants and cold water running through my pale toes and Dad's pale toes next to mine. I wish I could put on green-tinted sunglasses. Go back in the springtime to that park in Cottonwood with the shadows of leaves projected on the lemon lime glass like a scruffy dog's fur. go back to the hot sand in the volleyball courts and the plastic mahogany slide greased with children's squeaky skin, but I can't go back. Or Gabby Nielsen, who is able to express incredible insight in her writing, such as this. Is it possible to exist only in the present? Or is the present merely a reflection of memories of the past? Everything in this moment reminds me of another one. Everything in the present reminds me of my past. How apt Gabby's words seem in this very moment. And with that, this year's English Awards go to Avi Fitch, Lauren Foster, Clarice Linsky, and Gabby Nielsen. Thank you. This year's English Awards go to Avi Fitch, Lauren Foster, Clarice Linsky, and Gabby Nielsen. Thank you. This year's English Awards go to Avi Fitch, Lauren Foster, Clarice Linsky, and Gabby Nielsen. Thank you. This year's English Awards go to Avi Fitch, Lauren Foster, Clarice Linsky, and Gabby Nielsen. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Allison. That was really personal and touching, and it was awesome. Okay, next up, we are going to be doing French recognition. So to recognize the advanced French students who took up to 3/4 French, please welcome world traveler, outdoor enthusiast, and FALA's very own French teacher, Nadege Netta.
Thanks. So this year, when Senora Schwartz and I looked at the list of seniors, we were impressed by the number of seniors who have accomplished 3 or more years of a language. Tonight, we want to recognize those seniors. Since I've been teaching at FALA, this is the first time so many seniors have taken 3 or more years of French. As other schools are cutting language programs and offering less and less options to study languages, this group is sending an important message. We need to study other languages and learn about other cultures to better understand the world around us and prepare ourselves to act on a global level. So here are the students I would like to recognize. Chris. I really appreciated your investment in the class and your ability to always collaborate with everyone. Mayan, congratulations on the progress you've made. The essay you just turned in about the novel Reread, where you emphasize the link between the protagonist's abandonment and his maturity at a young age, was well written in French, creative, and even used a lot of verbs in subjunctive. Lauren, thank you for always asking complicated grammar questions. And that's because you really want to understand the mechanics of the language. Gemma, I loved your current event presentations this year. You were able to bring in interesting topics like tiny houses in France to the class, but you also led some really difficult discussions about ways we can address violence against women during the confinement in France. Good job doing that. Camille, I'm so glad you were in the advanced class for a year, always ready to participate, ask questions, and show deep interest for cultures other than your own. Kerrigan, I really enjoyed talking about bread, tasting bread, and going to bakeries with you in France. It was so much fun. Gabby, thanks for your participation in difficult, thoughtful discussions about current events this year. The passion for learning that you showed during our unit about the environment is exemplary. Rika, your mastery of the French language is incredible. You're an amazing global leader. Kaylee, I really appreciated your smile and the positive vibe you brought to our class. And Carson, I loved how you integrated your creativity as an artist into my class. I really enjoyed seeing you admiring the work of a sculptor and painter from my region in France and the Soulage Museum, and also really loved when you created your own French song for French Night last year. I hope all of you are as proud as I am of the investment you've shown in your French classes. And even if some of you don't keep learning French in the future, I know you will leave FALA with a rich understanding of the world around you, an accepting view of the world, and a deeper sensitivity to other cultures. So good job and thank you.
Thank you, Miss Netta.
Merci beaucoup, Nadej. And up next, to recognize seniors who took at least Spanish 3, and many of them took Spanish 4, we have FALA's own Spanish teacher, Patty Schwartz. She makes beautiful ofrendas, and she is the best person to talk about Latin American history. Please welcome Patty Schwartz.
Good evening, everyone. I have a lot of students, so I just want to mention their names at the end. In the past, it has always been hesitated about giving out awards because although I wanted to recognize the students who went above and beyond, it was always a battle because I did not want to leave other students feeling left out. This year is being a little bit different because, as Ms. Nera mentioned before, there are a lot of students that had gone above and beyond, and I believe all of them deserve this recognition. They have each stood out and contributed in their own ways, and I'm so proud of each and every one of them for their efforts. I have watched you grow as a student and individuals, and it has given me so much pleasure to see you to turn into be wonderful human beings, and you have, in this time that you have in FALA. Some of you have been taking classes since middle school, and others I have had for 4 years of high school. This group in particular has embraced the artistic culture we have at FALA and brought their talents to their classroom by playing music and singing songs with lyrics emphasizing Spanish language grammar rules. In addition, there have been countless displays of beautiful works of art we have done in cultural activities. On several occasions, you also enjoyed delicious meals in class to honor and celebrate Latino culture and diversity. I also had the pleasure of traveling abroad with several of you, where you took advantage of the opportunity to put all of your hard work into practice by learning and immersing in the language and culture. But most important, you are compassionate and beautiful human beings who brought a great attitude and positive work ethic into the classroom every day. I know that many of you will continue to learn about the Spanish language, and I'm happy and honored to have been a part of your foundation. And I hope that all of you will never stop learning and traveling and growing. I wish you all the best luck. Gracias.
Thank you so much. Journalism is a new category this year at the Senior Honors Awards ceremony. When journalism popped up as a new class, dozens of students enrolled. The class is a hit and has considerably boosted FALA's culture. Next up, presenting the Journalism Department Award is Alexander Cassidy. He's on his way. This just, I love that. You gotta be flexible.
Hi, It's very hot backstage. Yeah, it's fine. Welcome everyone. Hope you are having a good time. I'm here to present the first annual, fingers crossed, journalism award for outstanding senior in journalism. And I wanted to present this to one Kolya Bobbitt. Cole is an amazing student and an amazing person. I think it was after sophomore year. Oh my god, that pin is so good. Oh, it's the first time I've seen it. But yeah, very excited about you TA'd me for me last year, and I think that's where I realized, like, there's something to Cole, like, that I didn't notice maybe sophomore year, because I think you spent a lot of your time studying for AP, and I've never seen somebody read a textbook as diligently as you do. And so, surprise, when it came time to starting up journalism, you expressed that interest in heading up the newspaper, and you've done an amazing job in terms of, like, getting a newspaper off the ground and inspiring a staff to write for it and to work collaboratively. And that's not an easy task to do, because I know you're also juggling so many other things. And so I really just want to present you with this for your outstanding service in helping establish the FALA update. Shout out. We have our final issue of the semester coming out this weekend. But yeah, please, I hope, I don't know if you plan on pursuing journalism, but Cole, I think you'd be phenomenal at it. So thank you.
Congratulations, Cole, on the Journalism Award. Now, when you think of FALA, surely our next presenter comes to your mind. He is our renowned dance teacher and choreographer. So basically, he's the Balanchine of FALA. He is being joined once again by our amazing dance teacher, Corey Wall. And the two of them are here to present Dance Department Award, or maybe it'll just be Mr. Corbin. Who knows? But I know Miss Wall wants to be here as well. So, dance teachers, thank you.
I am really proud to announce this year's Senior Dance Award. This award has always been very special to me. It's, you know, every year we pick one student who just incorporates the love of dance, the technique, the artistry, the compassion. And with so many fabulous young dancers this year, it was a very, very difficult choice. And after long discussions, long thoughts, Corey and I are proud to announce that this year's recipient would be Lauren Foster. Corey.
Lauren, congratulations, first of all. I have seen you grow to become a leader in the dance room and beyond. You have an admirable ability to create, teach, and share your art with an attitude of determination while still being humble and willing to listen and adapt. This year, you also showed me a more vulnerable side of yourself, accompanying me on the service learning trip to my hometown and sharing the very real human experience of loss and rebuilding. In that process, we forged a bond in our small group that I know I will not soon forget. I feel so fortunate to have had that time with you. And I want to just wrap up by saying that in all of your humility, strength, determination, creativity, open-mindedness, friendliness, and introspectiveness, you remain grounded, and because of that, you're an effective voice with your peers and your teachers. You hold yourself with courage, with your hands above your shoulders, taking the spotlight sometimes when it's appropriate. You lead with compassion, and you work tirelessly for self-improvement. Congratulations, Lauren, on this recognition, and I hope that you continue to dance to life's many melodies. I'm hugging you with my arms raised above my shoulders.
So Lauren, when Janine said you had true grit, she had no idea. You are spunky, you're headstrong, stubborn, all those things you need to be a dancer. And you've shown that every single year. For 6 years, you gave everything you had to be a dancer. When you got frustrated, you fought through everything, and all that hard work just shows. And it's been a pleasure, it's been an honor, and so much love. Thank you. So now we have a brand new award this year, the Khalsa Ramey Senior Dance Scholarship Award. And tonight I have with me the lovely S.E.N.T.O.R, Khalsa Ramey, to announce and talk about this brand new scholarship that goes to dance.
Hello, everyone. First of all, a heartfelt congratulations to the graduating seniors. This dance scholarship is very important to me because my love for dance has been foundational throughout my personal development, professional dance career, and educational endeavors. At its very core, dancing initiated my ability to create and move through life with confidence and grace. Consequently, I was able to create movement therapy programs for the elderly and those individuals suffering with various diseases. Dance has been my unwavering partner. To this day, I still enjoy. It brings me lots of joy, actually. Therefore, I wanted to inspire and help young dancers in their love for dance and encourage further studies in the field of dance. This year, I just proud to present the recipient of the $250 FALA Senior Dance Scholarship Award to Gabriel Neeson. Gabriel. I must be thinking of angels. Gabriel, oh boy. It's my hope that you receive this scholarship in recognition of your choreography and your dance movement skills. You're a natural dancer, and you're able to integrate both art, music, and dance all in one neat little package. I also hope that you're able to bring this beautiful grace that you have into all your future endeavors. Congratulations.
That's a very, very, very special addition to this ceremony. Thank you so much. Congratulations again.
Yes. And the next department award is for music. Without music, life would be flat. Next up is FALA's music department, Chase Coleman and Betsy Hamill and Eric Walden.
Chase, I think you're up first. Or Toby Colvin. Hey. Chase, you're first. Go ahead.
Toby Colvin. So this kid shows up in band one year, and he's not just playing the saxophone. He's experimenting with the odd scales, not just showing off, which he can do, but it's not what he does. He creates melodic music on a very virtuosic instrument, and is always studying things, plays piano, has learned music technology, and is just, well, an extraordinary all-around guy and musician, and will be going to the University of Arizona in the fall to study music. And may he continue doing that because he's great at it.
Thanks, Chase. Yeah, I want to add to that, Toby. When you came to FALA a few years back, I was really struck by your humble yet confident nature. You joined the music program at a time when there were several really talented musicians. Still is some talented, including yourself. But you didn't even flinch. You took to your saxophone, and without hesitation, you started shredding. Many solos and drop jaws later, you auditioned and you made it into the All-State Jazz Band. This made you one of the best jazz players, jazz saxophonists in the state. None of us are surprised. I really look forward to seeing where you go and where you take your saxophone and where you take your music in general. You're also a composer, and what you do is incredible. So congratulations to you moving forward.
Great. And Toby was also in FALA this year's spring semester, was part of our success there. But I want to segue over to Madison Morris. Maddie is a fine musician with a lovely, lovely voice. She had no choral singing experience whatsoever. So second semester of her senior year of high school, she comes and joins FALA, the advanced choral ensemble. She was way out of her comfort zone. I think you'd admit that, Maddie, at the time, right, at the start. But she worked hard and had success. Then she decided to audition for the U of A music program with voice as her primary instrument. So again, she went to work, worked outside of the classroom, put in additional work outside of school, and got into the U of A music program. I'm very proud of her. Well done, Maddie. The sky's the limit for you.
Yeah, Maddie, I remember the first time I saw you play with your very colorful guitar. Your small being played beautiful songs and with such conviction and heart. And I felt like I was kind of levitating a little bit. Fast forward to you playing tambo, like you were somehow born with that. I mean, I think you might have come out of the womb just whacking the tambo. You're like a human metronome. I've said that multiple times. In the last few years, I've seen you step into the spotlight and take risks that most people actually don't take, to be really honest. You've taken on multiple dialects and styles with grace and proficiency that I rarely ever see. Maddie, I want you to hear me on this. You're an incredibly talented and dedicated musician. I don't say that to anybody. I say that to you. I've thoroughly enjoyed working with you, and I cannot wait to download your future albums on Spotify. Congratulations. Up next is Brodekai with Chase.
Brody Winger, the man who can play any instrument and doesn't even need to be shown how to do it. He just kind of sits down or picks it up, and in about an hour or two, there's music coming out. Give it a month, and it's quite phenomenal. I met Brody in my keyboard class, my first year I was teaching here, and kept picking up the guitar, and I was like, no, it's this piano class, not guitar class. Well, he did learn how to play the piano, and quite well. A human tape recorder, he can play back anything he hears, a skill I wish I had. Tried to work on it, but got there somewhat, but not like this kid who's just kind of born with it. Can play anything, can analyze anything and explain it back perfectly clearly. And Brody, I don't know what you're going to be doing, but I'm sure music will always be part of what you're doing, and just keep at it. And someday the instrument you love best will find you, and you'll find what you love to do. Just keep at it, man.
Yeah, Brodekai, I'm actually wondering, what instrument can't you play? Starting to kind of wonder. Your inherent natural gifts in guitar and drums and keyboard is spellbinding. Whatever I threw your way, you just picked it up, and not only but you rocked it, but you took it up a notch. So many times, you know, you made your friends and family and even strangers smile spontaneously. Just because you take to the stage and then you just kill it. You own it. You inherit that thing that we always talk about, like get that spirit, go. The world needs your music, Brodekai. It needs it. So congrats with all you've done, and go out there and enthrall the world with your music.
Carson Woodruff.
Yep.
I met Carson when he was a 6th grader at Curry Summer Music Camp at Northern Arizona University. And this is the first summer I haven't taught there in eons because of the dumb virus. Well, it's not dumb. You all know what I mean. I don't remember what you played. And remember you came back and then I didn't see you for a while. And then next I heard was he wanted to study with me because he wanted to learn how to play jazz music. And he learned very quickly. And my ex-wife, my roommate, would often be in the living room, you know, reading or watching TV, and she heard most of the lessons I taught. And what we would do, I have 2 pianos, and we would just sort of like trade off. He'd play bass, and I just play, and vice versa. And after one of these lessons, you know, I took a break. I came out, and she said, "Which one's you?" And Meredith was quite a, you know, picky musical connoisseur. And she was like, "Who's that? That he sounds just like you." It isn't just about imitating. Carson's absorbed all the styles of jazz music, you know, just listening on his own. Pianists, saxophonists, flute players, all of it. He listens to all of it. Contributing to world music, you know, going beyond jazz, other improvisational traditions. And what is so fantastic is that I could be walking down, Carson's also going to U of A in the fall with Toby, and I could be walking down the practice room hall and there'd be all these jazz pianists playing, and I know that I could pick you out and say, "That's Carson," because it isn't just about copying, you know, and like, you know, Herbie Hancock licks, which you've mastered quite well, but, you know, making them your own. So the music that you've taken in, it comes out through you and your hands and through the instrument, and it sounds like you. And that's the great achievement for a jazz musician, is to achieve that individuality. Never stop, man. Never stop.
Hi, Carson. So I met you 6 years ago when you joined World Music as a 7th grader. You were shy, but you carried such a beautiful musical gift. Little did I know that in my 3rd year of teaching at FALA would my world as a musician, a teacher, and as a person be inalterably changed in the best way possible. It's tough. We're going to get through this. So anyway, I've never taught someone that not only had the confidence to play multiple instruments, but would set the ego aside to learn and become even better. On the keys, you redefine giant steps. You take giant leaps, man. Your incredible raw talent, coupled with a desire to learn and connect, has made many of our hearts stop when listening to you play. Congratulations. And I look forward to hearing you kill it out there, man. Much love.
Congratulations, FALA musicians. We are truly blessed with amazing musicians and music teachers. Now, up next, our presenter is an inspirational art teacher, an involved community member, and she's second only to Harry as far as famous potters go. Here to present the 3D award, please welcome Na Hamilton.
Oh, you two are killing it with the jokes. Thank you. So when I joined this awesome team at FALA 2 years ago, I had previously taught at Coconino Community College and other high schools. But because I taught at CCC, we were really quickly able to articulate the FALA Advanced 3D Art class to be able to earn dual enrollment credit for ceramics at Coconino Community College. It is my sincere honor to give the 3D Art Award this year to a student who took advantage of this dual enrollment opportunity with much enthusiasm, gusto, passion, and really gave me such joy in being able to share my deepest artistic love. It's my sincere honor to give the 3D Art Award to True New Silver. It's my sincere honor to give the 3D Art Award. If you haven't clued in yet, I'm a total, complete ceramics nerd, and I think that True has been likewise severely bitten by what we call the clay bug. Working with clay blends creativity, technical expertise, and requires physical engagement more than any other art material I have ever worked with. It combines the heart, the mind, the hands, and the right and left brain, and True took to it like a duck to water. For those of you who have ever attempted to make pottery on the wheel, you've quickly learned that it's not at all easy, and it takes hours and hours and hours of practice. Meanwhile, lots of failure in the process. True kept a positive spirit throughout the learning practice and absorbed all of the technical jargon about various clay bodies, firing temperatures, shrinkage, glaze fit, and it goes on and on. True consistently went above the minimum requirements, and I think has quite likely made enough pottery to completely stock her college kitchen and still have lots to gift for summer birthdays and winter holidays to come. Hopefully you're on her gift list because she made some really excellent work. True, I hope you keep at it, and I have a favorite little piece of mine to give you during our upcoming glaze session. We'll see you Thursday.
Thank you so much, Rena. How do artists greet one another? Yellow! Next up is FALA's fabulous Janice Hennis presenting recognition for art.
That's hilarious. Keep the puns coming. They're entertaining. I would like to recognize all the seniors that I had this year. It has been really hard these past 2 months to not be in our costume together. Whew. Over the past 4 years, you have all made an impact with your art, both internally and externally, challenging the questions. Who am I? What is beauty? What is power? And more. Making art that is cathartic, provocative, healing, transformative, identity forming, and merely breathtaking. Your art has been a tool to redefine and reimagine our world, as you have raised both awareness and funds for critical social issues like women's rights, climate change, hunger, girls' education, and foster care children. It has been a sheer pleasure to share a studio space with you over all these years. Challenging you in hopes you will be resilient, independent, and empowered change-making leaders now and into the future. I loved feeding you, traveling together, doing service, and learning so much with and from you. With immense gratitude and love for the gifts you have given this FALA community and beyond. Sage, you are so brilliant as a bookmaking artist, entrepreneur, who shares this gift with your classmates. You are so generous. Eva, you so deeply care for justice, LGBTQ community, identity, service with your arts. Lauren Clifton, you are an exceptionally talented and brilliant artist whose visual journals are extraordinary. Mayan, you create beautiful works full of curiosity, wonder, kinship, love, and compassion. Indigo, you have a genius integration of mathematics and art in the most unique way. Aspen, you define women's empowerment as a visual storyteller. Ivan, your love to draw with your engineering brain is a joy. Lauren Ellsworth, you embody beauty, grace as an artist. Lauren Foster, your art reflects nostalgia, fellowship, and inquiry. Sasa, you combine photography, mixed media, with intellectual curiosities. Gemma, your commitment to peace and justice are exemplified in your art. Kylie, your immense growth over the time as you have become a prolific artist who can challenge any media. Ruby, your work in all media with great detail, perseverance, and a realistic and yet your own remarkable style. Camille, you create lovely, distinctive, and inventive aesthetic works, and you rock a critique with your thoughtful questions and engagement. Cassidy, your art expresses joy, awe, and memories with utter sincerity. Kerrigan, you are an enigmatic artist who will always delight and surprise me. Clarice, you are an extraordinary mixed media artist as well as compassionate photojournalist. You are with your ever-ending positivity and hope. Rika, your work embodies an expansive range of artistic talents from observational, animation, digital, and crafty. Fonz, with appreciation for teaching us your beautiful Hopi culture through your magnificent evoking works of beauty. Pacheco, your heart is so big and it comes out in every creation that you make. Hiram, you are the most intense, provocative, mind-blowing artist whose wicked, surrealist, imaginative art rivals Salvador Dali. Tia, you have grown extensively as an artist at FALA with your hands, heart, and mind. And Kaylee, you have an innate desire to explore media to solve a problem. Congratulations to all the graduates. I miss and love you so much.
What a wonderful honor. Thank you, Ms. Hennis. We have some amazing artists in our senior class. And although FALA is known for art, dance, music, and theater, do not underestimate our film department. FALA is producing digital media artists, storytellers, and entertainers. Up next to present the Film Award, please welcome the deeply thoughtful artist, art teacher, and film teacher, Jean Frasso.
All right, don't build it up too big. Thank you guys very much. And thank you, Mr. Cassidy. Big shout out to Mr. Cassidy managing everybody backstage, filling up the bowls of M&Ms and making sure it's not just Melba toast, that we've got full-size bread to make our sandwiches. Fantastic work. Really appreciate it. I made some notes here because I will inevitably become too emotional to express myself. So I will directly read from the computer screen. Bear with me. Besides making movies in FALA's film classes, we spend a tremendous amount of time discussing film. It's a rich cross-cultural language spoken by maker and audience alike. This depth of study requires an equal depth of character. And one student has been especially daring diving into those waters. Receiving this year's Senior Film Award is Megan Guin. Megan has been a leader in our film class for the last 4 years. And while she is kind, generous, gracious, and forgiving, Megan does not suffer fools gladly. She knows what her time is worth, she knows how to use it effectively, and she will not be taken for granted. Megan is honest, reflective, self-motivated, and driven to succeed in her chosen endeavors, but she is also humble before the learning process. In my classroom, I've seen the light of discovery come to Megan's eyes too many times to count. That light is what gives me hope as an educator, and it is what I'll miss most now that she's graduating. In deepest gratitude, congratulations, Megan Guin. Thank you.
Thank you, Jean. Okay, for our next recognition, this is probably cheesy, but I think you're pretty great. Next up is the brilliant and one and only Mike Levin presenting FALA's Advanced Creative Writing Recognition.
Hey, what's up? Seniors, if you thought 4 years at FALA was long, you hadn't encountered tonight. I mean, here we are. Maybe you should just like lay down, relax, let the soothing sounds of my voice just put you to sleep. I'm here to do creative writing first. Here we go. What happened? No, really, what the flip happened? We were at the chai spot in Sedona, and I explained to the barista who we were and why we were there, to be present in the moment and to write from that experience. She said, I hope you all give birth to something great. She conjured up in those words exactly what happened. There were other ventures, Biff's, Macy's, yoga, Jerome, the coffee pot restaurant, late for the train, kickstand, the picnic table at the park, and all the adults, children, and dogs we encountered. It always felt like we got away with something, like we were playing hooky. But no, the writing got done. Plays, poems, stories, and that one class where we got consumed with Google Feud for far too long. But was it far too long? After you receive your diploma and throw your graduation caps, you'll be putting the finishing touches on your words for the collaborative novel. That's what makes you exceptional. As we hear from educators from around the country on how many students simply stopped going to school, you didn't. Your education is not based on a grade or a timeline or a bell. It's based on your mind. The novel is your greatest work, your culminating tour de force. Plug. The Advanced Creative Writing novel will be out in mid-July. It's beautiful and deep. Buy a copy. Sussa, Clarice, Kolya, Rika, Kerrigan, Lauren, you may never know what happened, and that's the beauty of it all. 85 minutes of eating a peach in the woods. Maybe a metaphor. Maybe not. I hope you have memories of wonderment, magic, and surprise, because that's what you consistently made first hour. You delivered lessons in how to start a day. I'll leave you with the deepest gratitude. It really wasn't a class. It was a gift, and you gave it your all. There were no tests, no quizzes, no lectures, no formal analysis. We read poetry and talked about it. And yet that was simply the best of educations, because you brought all of you and your humanness to the table, and that's sacred. And now I think we're going to bring in Mr. Walden and talk about advanced musical theater.
Oh, I guess I got to introduce you first, not so fast. There we go. So, Broadway may be closed, but FALA is still cultivating young Broadway stars. Here to recognize the advanced musical theater seniors, please welcome back FALA's unparalleled advanced musical theater teachers, Mike Levin and Eric Walden. Here to recognize the advanced musical theater seniors, please welcome back.
Okay, thank you.
Somebody's got something on.
Teachers, Mike Levin and Eric Walden.
That was me.
Okay.
So, advanced musical theater. Our seniors, Charlie Spencer and Ruby Heinonen, have been with us this entire time in COVID, bucking the national trend of students flaking off here by the end of the semester, and they've been engaged and participating the whole time. Well, I first met Charlie about 3.5 years ago in advanced musical theater. And I have watched him grow. He has had great moments on a FALA stage as a minion of the House of Frankenfurter. And in 13, in a movie theater, watching The Bloodmaster, he was anxiously anticipating the tongue. Last fall, he got to play Stephen Schwartz in an original review. And this spring, as Pants, just knocking out of the ballpark in 25th anniversary Putnam County Spelling Bee. Say that 3 times fast. Charlie has worked so hard. He has grown as a singer. I've watched his progress, watched him grow. So proud of you, Charlie, and all that you've done in musical theater, man. And I want to talk about Ruby. Ruby Heinonen. She has worked with me for 3 years now, I think. And a couple of summers ago, during the summer, she came back to campus and helped shoot a promotional video for FALA with us. On stage, she was a party goer in the house of a transvestite. She played a 13-year-old physically disabled boy. In the fall, she played Bob Fosse himself. And this spring, she finally got to play the role of a woman in Putnam County Spelling Bee. She has played all of her roles with a sense of humor and grace, and has been a smashing success at FALA. Congratulations, Ruby.
Yeah, and Ruby and Charlie, you know, you're the world to me. Like, I think of you as children, as my own, as excellent human beings that work incredibly hard. And I think when it comes down to it, when you're an educator, you get 10 years away from today and our musical theater review tomorrow night at 5 o'clock. Ruby, it's your ability to make me cry. You did it with Archie. You did it with nothing. You did it in rehearsal. Was that a couple nights ago? I'm losing. No, yesterday. And Charlie, it's your humor. It's your sense of humor. You took the narrator, a seemingly kind of off to the side character in Rocky Horror, and you did it. You made it your own. You made him funny. You made him electric. And I just applaud you both in all the work that you've done. It's been an incredible journey with both of you. I'm so proud of you. Congratulations for everything you've done. Am I introducing myself again? Is this happening?
Last but not least, recognizing students for advanced acting. Mike, you know what to do.
Well, I hope somebody's watching. Hello, advanced acting. What happened? No, seriously, what happened? The 8 of you know how much it took to get to Peter, Wendy. Oop, I've got props. Sense and Sensibility, On Thinking, Middletown, Metamorphosis. They each took constant thought. And although I wasn't there last year, The Good Doctor and Antigone, knowing you put all that you could into ensemble and performance because that's who you are. That's how you are. You are athletes of the emotions and you get the job done. You are, as I've always said, the Marines of FALA, warriors, workers, forces to be reckoned with, completely in control of the situation, even when there's gum involved. Gabby, Charlie, Jonathan, Juniper, Avi, Kolya, Sussa, Marty. You know how much it took because it was work. Yeah, we had fun and laughs along the way, sometimes more than others, but there was never getting around the work. We go to the theater to become better in this human condition. The 8 of you have made everybody in the room better human. Not only from the art you have put on, but also from the amazing humans you are. Y'all went to New York just as the pandemic was launching. We flew in the day New York declared a state of emergency. You saw incredible performances, laughed a lot, and invariably dealt with the challenge that will be a piece of your history. You'll tell your grandchildren you saw a sold-out Broadway show the night before Broadway closed for its longest period in history. We returned, and the dominoes started to fall, and we knew we weren't going back to school. In this strange and new beginning, your most telling moment over the last 4 to 6 years will be the Crucible. The first class we had together after spring break on Zoom. That class defined your power and strength. When productions and performances across the country were crumbling, you said, just as you always have, we're going to get this done. You weren't going to be taken down in a world that seemed to be. That's going to my grave, and I hope to yours. You proved your character. And as a week went by, and 2 weeks, and 3 weeks, and we hit those artistic walls we've hit with every single show we've done together, we got through the frustration and discouragement and created something wonderful. I haven't seen the finished film yet, but know that through you and Cassidy and Hamill, it's going to be lit. You could put on a play. I didn't know you could do this. A snapshot of this moment in time. You are insane. The amount of thought you put into any given endeavor is breathtaking. You created a new crucible for the new world. Arthur Miller wrote a work that went back 250 years to confront the world he lived in. You took now and hit it with a sledgehammer. Many of us did a play together your freshman year called Self Comes to Mind. There was a character of a brick. You composed this. And at the end of the play, he says to Sam, his creator, "Do you remember when you loved me so? The nights we didn't sleep because we were too busy fighting monsters and flying spaceships, exploring the depths of our imaginations? That's what I wish upon you, that you keep your imaginations. That whatever we have done together, you hold on to that sense of creative play. The world needs it. Society will send you messages that money is what matters, jobs, politics, consumerism. If you take anything out of room 7, may it be that your imagination is your greatest asset." And so I thank each one of you. You have done an incredible work. I've said so many times in the room, you're a smart lot, you're gonna get it done. And you did, and you will. And the world needs your intellect now. And I just hope that you take it out and you take all those lessons you learned from one another in room 7 and you bless the world with your gifts. I'm gonna miss you. I'm gonna miss you. And if any teacher wants to fail you, if you want any teacher to fail you, you can email that teacher tonight and have them CC me that you're getting an F so I can go into the summer knowing I've got you as a player. As a coach, one more sports analogy, and you're muted, so just you can't hear any groans. A coach works to push you towards greatness and to make the team as one. And if I've done anything in my work, I hope it's just that. And the problem with that is that you graduate. It's now, because I lose you on the team. And you've been an amazing team. It's been a huge blessing. Thank you so much for all your work. And I think we're going to have Jessica and Janine close us out. Namaste.
Thank you to our most loyal viewers who are still here at the very end of our ceremony.
And we have a special surprise. This special surprise is to honor and recognize Jessica and the incredible counselor that you are. You have provided FALA with ripple effects of change that will move this community in a positive direction now and for years to come. You are leaving a legacy in the counseling department, Jessica. Like, no, I can't cuss on this live feed, so I can't. Yeah. Anyways, I'm really glad that Janice suggested to celebrate you at the senior recognition honor ceremony with a bouquet of flowers. As soon as she did, we jumped on it. And we just want to thank you seriously for everything that you've done for FALA. You've given us 110% of your heart and soul, and you deserve this bouquet. You deserve recognition. You deserve honor and celebration.
Yes, I agree 1,000 billion%. Thank you for everything you've done for all your years here. We love you and we'll miss you.
And value
very
you.
much.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
I have to somehow find another Smiths fan on campus. Thanks.
Yes.
Love you, Jessica. Thank you for everything you've done for our students, for ourselves. I just think you inspire all of us to be, better educators, better counselors, better administrators. You leave a long legacy and you're going to be missed dearly. And I appreciate all your heart and your time and your effort to make FALA a beautiful family that it is.
We love you. We appreciate you and value you.
I love you guys.
Love you.
Okay. Well, I guess that concludes our ceremony. Thank you, everyone, for hanging tight for 2 hours, 39 minutes, and 49 seconds. It's been great. Thank you so much. She got a banner shout out.